The spent rods are often the hardest to deal with, and Sam Brinton is an expert on this topic. But that's not all he is. Brinton is also non-binary, gender fluid, and possibly two-spirit. That's his real superpower, and it's why Joe Biden hired him for such a sensitive job. Here's Brinton in 2019 in a clip the White House Personnel Office clearly reviewed before bringing him aboard.
Brinton, and I serve as head of advocacy and government affairs for the Trevor Project. I find freedom to be a beautiful concept. Many of my friends say that sometimes I'm a little too free. I tend to be myself. The power of freedom is that ability to be oneself isn't necessarily hindered, but is rather celebrated. I'm a gender fluid individual who walks the halls of Congress. Talk about the power of being free every day, to hear my stilettos click on those marble floors and yet know that I deserve to be in that room just as much as anybody else.
Now, traditionally, there haven't been a lot of guys at the Energy Department whose stilettos click on marble floors. So from the beginning, you knew that Sam Brinton's portfolio would extend far beyond nuclear waste. And indeed it does. When there's a crisis in the Biden White House, Sam Brinton is the man/woman they turn to. On September 16th of this year, there was a crisis in the White House. Ron DeSantis had just airlifted a group of illegal aliens from Latin America onto the idyllic Massachusetts island of Martha's Vineyard. The problem for the Biden administration was pretty obvious. How do you publicly support open borders without offending your own high-dollar donors, many of whom vacation on Martha's Vineyard and don't want to share their beaches with Brazilians who have only high school degrees? That's a tough one, but Sam Brinton had a plan. Like the OSS in wartime France, he sketched out a complex diversionary operation designed to rescue the White House from this disaster. Brinton traveled incognito to the Minneapolis-St. Paul airport, and he headed for the baggage claim. There he found the enemy's Achilles heel. He found a $2,000 roller bag, unguarded and stuffed with fashionable women's clothing. With maximum stealth, Sam Brinton then flew the clothes back to HQ in Washington and added them to his own wardrobe. The operation was a success. Sam Brinton's spunky new outfit sent shockwaves through the patriarchy. Clicking high heels were one thing, but a sequined taffeta halter top? There was no stopping him or the administration he worked for. With his new clothes, Brinton flew to Los Angeles, where he headlined a seminar on his two areas of demonstrated expertise, the hard sciences and sexual bondage. The seminar was called Spanking, From Calculus to Chemistry, and it promised to explain why, quote, physics is a pivotal part of the kink experience. Brinton's alma mater, MIT, was deeply impressed. The school posted a glowing profile of its kink-savvy graduate on its website, complete with a picture of Sam Brinton wearing clothes that appeared to be taken from the roller bag at the Minneapolis airport. Sam Brinton, declared MIT, which is a university, saves the world. Unfortunately, local police had a different view of Sam Brinton. As it turns out, there are surveillance cameras in the Minneapolis airport, and those cameras captured Brinton removing the ID tags from the roller bag on the carousel. This was proof that it wasn't a mix-up. Sam Brinton stole some ladies' dresses and underwear and then traveled around the country wearing them. That's a crime, even in 2022. So police arrested Brinton and they charged him with felony theft. So going forward, at some point, it looks like somebody else is going to have to deal with America's spent fuel rods. Thankfully, the White House already has a candidate in mind. That would be Dylan Mulvaney, TikTok star and advisor to the President of the United States. Department of Energy, meet your latest nuclear waste engineer.
It's my first winter season as a woman, and it's also the first winter that I have boobies. And I especially love that I smell like vanilla cashmere. I mean, who wouldn't want their breasts to smell like vanilla cashmere? And just a reminder that people of all genders use tampons, not just women.
I forgot that my crotch doesn't look like other women's crotches sometimes because mine doesn't look like a little Barbie pocket. And we all just normalize women having bulges sometimes.
All people use tampons, not just women, says Dylan Mulvaney. Now, we don't know if Dylan Mulvaney spelled that out in detail for the President of the United States when he and Biden met recently at the White House, as they did. But we can tell you that what Dylan Mulvaney has just said is science. Pure 200 proof, make your eyes water scientific fact. The kind you want a shot of early in the morning after a rough night. No mixers, thanks. I'll take my science